When I was brand new, my first week working in a real estate brokerage, I took a call from a homeowner and she asked me, I want to talk about potentially selling my home. We're just starting to think about it and making a move. And how much might my home sell for? And I want to know about equity. And I said, okay, great. I'm so excited to help her. As I spoke with her more, I asked, how much does your current mortgage loan have? What would your loan payoff be? And then we'll take a look and see what your home might sell for. And of course, the difference between the two is the amount of equity that you have. She's like, no, what about, so we talked about those numbers, and she's still like, no, what about equity? Let's talk about equity. And I realized, and she had me second guessing myself because I was so new. In her mind, equity was this ethereal, wonderful thing, and it is wonderful, but it's a number, right? It's a math problem, and we did the math, and she still was like, no, but what about the equity? And I made me realize that a lot of people hear this word, but they don't know what it means. And this is something that you don't think about buying or selling your home every day. She'd been in her home for 15, 20 years. She built up a lot of equity, and they were just at the beginning stages of thinking about maybe making a move. And she didn't know what it meant. And so finally I explained it to her, and she understood. And I think she was a little bit disappointed that it was a math problem and a number and not something different. But let's talk quickly about what is equity and what can you do to increase your equity. So what does it mean? Again, when you're ready to sell your home, the purchase, what it's going to sell for, and how much money you're going to make after any fees or costs. And there are costs such as your homeowner's insurance, prorated, paying those off, paying your property taxes, paying for any contractors, paying for any commissions or other professional services fees. Maybe you want to spruce up your home, tidy up the landscaping, make a few improvements, make sure it's super clean. All of these things are going to either take money out of your pocket or put money in your pocket. And that's what I'm here to help you make the best possible decisions for yourself and your family. I don't want you spending money unless it's going to make you money back. At the end of the day, when all is said and done, the seller net is your bottom line proceeds. What are you going to make? And that comes after paying off your existing mortgage. So figuring out what your mortgage payoff amount is and how much you might net at the end of the day, and the difference between, well, let me back up. Really, how much you're going to sell your home for, and how much your mortgage payoff is, then what's left over, especially after our fees. That's how much equity you have in your home. And it's a really important number that people want to know, because that's the money that you can then invest elsewhere, perhaps on your next home or other projects, perhaps your education or vacations or a business, or all the different things you may be wanting to invest in. Sell your home, get the equity out. You have those funds to do what you need to do with. Most people invest it into their next home. So it is a math problem. Equity is a wonderful thing. People grow equity over time because in the United States, home values go up over time. That's why real estate is one of the best long-term investments, because you'll be building equity. And that loan amount that you pay off, or when you sell, or after you've been in the home for 30 years or 15 years, depending on the length of your mortgage term, every month when you're making your mortgage payment, you are paying down the amount of that loan. You're paying yourself rather than paying a landlord. And by doing that, you're building equity. So leave me a comment below. Does the term equity make sense to you? Did it before this video? Have I confused you further? Do you think everyone knows what equity is, or is it this word that's thrown around that isn't always clear? Let me know your thoughts. And if you'd like to know how much equity you have in your home right now, even if you have no plans of moving or selling, it's still always good to know how much equity you have should you ever need it. I'm happy to help you do the math and figure out that number. And it's going to change every day, every time you make a mortgage payment, and as property values in your neighborhood go up, the number's going to change. So don't hesitate, reach out, to me anytime. I'll help you figure out how much equity you have. In fact, we even call it a home equity review. I'm Judy Jernigan with Sage+Grace Realty Group, a partner at Clario Real Estate. I'm looking forward to talking soon.